Practice Santeria, I ain't got no crystal ball. I had $1 million, but I'd spend it all if I could find that Hannah in that Sancho that she's found.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Why did I say good night?
Strong start.
If you can tell I have a little slur in my voice right now, it's because it is spring and summertime. And you know what that means, Dom?
What does it mean, Chris?
It means I pack bombs.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay?
Guys, his face looks like he got stung by a bee.
Now, I have a little bit of a tolerance, okay? But I pack bombs, so I still get a little buzz. Now, when the buzz hits me, okay, I let it sink in a little bit and I go, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris. I'll be your pilot this evening for this buzz.
That just make every girl get excited.
Dude, I've dipped in front of girls. I have.
Oh, yeah, your date from the other night says hello, by the way.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I said I was going to go yell at Chris while he teaches, and she just said, oh, tell him I said hi. And I really just wanted to hit her back with, The Office is a great show. Just out of nowhere.
I'm really excited for this movie. I'm really excited.
I think she showed up to the meeting high.
I wouldn't, dude. She smokes all the time.
I looked at her because she was across the table from me, and she was like up in the ceiling,
Yeah,
and I just went like this.
Yeah.
And then looked at her. She's like, "Well," I was like, "Well, you okay? You good?
Mm-hmm.
You right?" And she's like, "I'm fine." I'm like,
Now do you see
God.
what I was dealing with during the
well,
day?
like I thought she may have been a user of cannabis, which I love, by the way. When people smoke weed, they don't call it weed or pot. And when they're trying to sound like weed's great,
intellectual.
yeah, they just say, "I smoke cannabis." And like every single time I hear them talking about it off the cuff, "Oh, dude, I packed such a bowl." Yeah, so it's funny to me. Yeah. But yeah, she now thinking about it, yeah, she sounds kind of like someone that's
And she's an awesome girl.
She's
Like,
fine.
I don't know what,
nothing
like,
wrong, but she
happened.
does not jive with you apparently.
Nah, dude. We drive when we're in like public places. I mean, we're in a public place, but I don't know, dude. It was weird, but whatever.
You know, there's plenty of fish in the sea, buddy.
Plenty of fish in the sea, man.
Plenty of fish
I have
in
a
the
fun
sea.
weekend ahead of me.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you got going on? I had a fun week behind me, and starting this week.
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have a little drum roll, please? Oh, I was going to give the...
Oh, okay.
I did ask you for the drum roll.
Oh, that's-
Okay,
yeah,
can
yeah.
I get a little drum roll, please? Damo got offered a job.
Woo! Finally, thank God I can quit and take this one and
He's
be
going
happy.
to be rich, and he's going to get an apartment, and he's going to have a separate room for me.
Yes, yep.
And
That's
I-
all.
that's-
I told my girlfriend that is all incorporated in. Dude, no joke. We had an argument about this. She is telling me I have to limit who I have in my groomsmen party to like 3 people.
Whoa.
So that's like my brothers and her brother. I was like, Chris is in there.
You're damn
I was like,
right.
I don't know what you're talking about. Chris is in my.
You're damn right.
She's like, but I only have my sister, your sister, Laura. I'm like, you better find a friend.
Find somebody. Put the
because-
cripple lady up there. I don't care.
Except who cares? Put
Help
her
her
mom
down.
in there.
I'll walk her down the aisle.
Yeah.
I'll give her mama time. No, not like that.
Not like that. You just be a gentleman
Yes,
the entire evening.
that's what
Because
I
remember,
meant.
they want to listen to this show.
Yes.
But yeah,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that whatsoever.
man, the first time they meet you at the bridal party, whatever it's called. But yeah, so
I'm a good guy.
you are. I'm not saying you're not.
That means a lot, dude. You actually you just made room for me, man.
I'm fighting hard because it's either you get in or one of my brothers sits. So
What if I just put a chair like right next to like
I don't-
the closest one?
I don't even care if you have to walk down by yourself. That's an option too.
Walk down with the flower girl.
Oh my God,
Yes.
there wouldn't be a dry eye in the house.
Yes, because then then like the flowers and I'm walking like, but I'll walk a little behind her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's for sure happening.
Oh God, done, set.
Because I'm already standing up for my
Oh, congratulations.
Aaron's wedding,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm an emotional dude, so they always make fun of me like, "You gonna be the one crying, bro?"
Yep.
Like, I'm like, yeah.
I'm gonna need someone to help me not cry at my wedding. I needed someone to help me get through my brother's wedding.
Really?
I was behind my older brother. Like the brother that got married is the oldest,
Dang.
and I was behind my older brother. And he's like, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm like, if you lose it, I'm losing it. So lock it up. I was like, you lock it up right now, because I'm not going down with you like this. So
Dude,
we pulled
it's-
through. No one cried, but it's close, dude. You know, you get that like that weird catch in your throat, and they're like, and you like wiping shit, and you're yawning.
Oh yeah, yawning. I'm just yawning. I promise.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're crying like a little girl,
dude.
At the end of Frozen.
It's okay to cry.
It is okay to cry.
Okay
I
to
do
cry.
it a lot.
Speaking about Disney movies, in my place we have a round of 32 of Disney movies, right? Yeah, that's what that. If you saw the room where the big bracket was on that board, that's what that was. And my coworker every day puts up a new movie that won. Like she looks up like on IMDb or some websites, and excuse me, she like whatever one has the most like popular votes or whatever, like whatever ranks the best, she puts it. And I made the mistake of making the bracket for what movies I like and not what movies maybe are ranked popular.
Oh.
I'm still doing not bad, but like one of them was Hercules lost to Aladdin, and I put Hercules.
Oh no, Hercules is way better than Aladdin. But Hercules doesn't have a princess, and
Exactly. And that's people like seeing people
That's
fly
sexist.
on carpets. Whoa, okay. But
that was a little strong. That was a little strong.
if you're gonna say that, you gotta have like purple hair and like have feelings and all that fun stuff to say that. We don't want to do that. But yes, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
on
I'm
the
super
job offer.
excited. They want me to start way sooner than I thought, which is pretty cool. But I'm excited to start this next chapter. My dad looked at me with tears in his eyes.
Really?
That was weird.
Wow.
That was weird. I was like, it's not that big of a deal, Dad. But you know, I think he's happy to see me do something, and
Enjoy it, maybe.
yeah, I
Not
think
saying you don't enjoy your work now.
no, he's just excited that someone's gonna realize the potential he sees.
Beautiful.
God, that made me sad. Ugh. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wants me to do more. He knows I can do more.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
seen
He wants
me
you to reach
do
your
more.
potential.
Right. So this is a nice footstep in the right direction to
Absolutely,
where I need
man.
to be.
Absolutely.
And everyone's super happy. Like, my bosses are sad to see me go, but they're happy that I'm moving on.
I'll miss you this summer. I'll miss you.
Dude, I cannot wait to hear the stories and to continue this
Oh,
podcast.
man.
I will warn you right now, though, that summer's supposed to be a shit show for this job, so it's going to be some maybe late nights.
Oh yeah, dude, and I'm
Or-
working
or
38
afternoons.
hours. I love how the summer camp I'm working for. You're not working full time, but you're working 39 and a half a week. I'm like, okay, because it's 8 to 4,
You want me to bend over so you can
right?
fuck me
right?
easier? Yeah. Absolutely.
So, dude, we're gonna be like recording at like midnight, but man, it's gonna make the podcast even better. So once like June-ish hits,
Oh,
you
we
guys
got
are gonna
weekends.
yeah.
Fucking hit it up on a weekend.
Yeah.
We got it's an hour literally a day.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Record at like 7 in the morning. Like,
Absolutely. You know that song by Drake, I Only Love My Bed and My Mom, I'm Sorry?
Dude.
When I start this job in the summer, I'm only going to love my bed and my mom.
and your girl.
And
But dude, that's
yep.
crazy that you and your girl are you talking about getting married, man.
Oh yeah, we're thinking about it. Not thinking about it. We want to do it. We want to go that direction with our relationship. And to do that, you need money.
You need money.
To do that, you need some stability. So she's on the job hunt. I was on the job hunt. Not much of a hunt. I only applied to this job. You know that awkward moment where you're taking a job where you're like, they offer you and you're like, well, I'll have to consider my options.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the phone, I'm like, God, yes! You know, I'm freaking out.
Well, Best Buy offered me too, but I'll see what they're offering me.
I got a job working the fryer at McDonald's lined up, so we'll see. We'll see.
So you're gonna take the one at Fryer McDonald's, right?
Oh yeah, free
You
fries.
can give me discounts.
Yes, I'll give you discounts.
Sweet.
But yeah, so it's gonna be it's good. Upward direction. So
Yeah, man.
That's good.
So you texted me the other day. You texted me and said
Oh yeah.
I had a rough morning. Podcast. So what?
Yes.
What kind of
Okay.
events happened there?
So let me give some background.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Cubs game Tuesday. We played the Cardinals. So,
and you lost.
and we won today, so suck it.
Whatever.
But we lost. It was a great game though. It was a lot of fun. My favorite moment, dude, is when we sat in the same seats that we did last year. My favorite moment of coming to the stadium is I get in, I get my ticket, da-da-da. Fun anecdote real quick. So my dad always carries a pocket knife on him every single day.
Wow.
So he's walking into the stadium. He goes, shit, Dom. Flashes me his pocket knife. Can't have that. He takes it and sticks it in one of those planter boxes that's outside the stadium. He's like, well, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to the car. He sticks it in the planter box. Game's over. We leave. I check the planter box right there.
And you took it home.
Fuck, what the fuck?
Absolutely.
It was amazing.
Absolutely.
I was like, two things are gonna happen. It's still gonna be there, or you're gonna be charged with a murder tomorrow morning, because you're leaving your knife in middle of Chicago.
Handprints and.
Exactly.
Dang, that was a risk move, man.
It was. Papa pulled it off. But we went to my favorite part is when you walk up your steps to your level,
And you just look.
at that
Oh
field.
my God,
Oh,
dude.
the lights hitting
Yes.
it. And I mean, just I think the Cubs were up to bat, so I mean, we're just ready and rocking with Schwarber on deck.
I got my first game this Sunday, man. I'm pumped.
Oh shit! Really? What time?
4 o'clock.
Where?
Rolling Meadows.
Oh, you can say that. It's fine. By the time this airs, it's gonna be way past.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can make it.
I mean, I'm gonna be rusty, but I mean, you can come, man.
I'll see if I can make it. Sunday that time.
It's a men's league.
Yeah.
Background story. I committed to a university, and then my senior year I blew out, and I had Tommy John, so no, I don't play at a college anymore. Well, I never did, but I was going to play at college, but then I blew out my arm. So I took like a year off, and now I'm playing at like a men's league. And all I try and do there is like the field. We play at pretty much the same field every single game, and there's trees behind the fence, and every single at bat, man, I don't care if I strike out, I am aiming for those trees, no matter what. So like I'll have like a 400 average, which is decent, you know what I mean?
It's not bad.
With the pitching, I mean, you should
You should average.
no, I should average more. But I am falling over when I swing, like legit. I am swinging to the fences every time.
Chris, we just need a ball. No,
Just need a base hit, man. Nope.
we're down one. We're in extra innings.
Yeah.
Please, no.
No,
Strike three.
I am. There's 2 strikes, curveball's coming. I don't care. I am swinging. They know that, and it's okay though because still hitting 400. I hit 3 spots, so it's not bad.
So I mean, they're like, it's overhand, like it's legit. Oh, I'm gonna try and go,
dude, man.
I love to say I
it's
love
legit
amateur
baseball.
sports.
Yeah, dude.
I love it because honestly, the passion's there, man.
Exactly. Kids that used to play college ball, pitching and everything. Sometimes we get that stud pitching 85, so it's like, hey, yo, yeah. We don't mess around, man.
Nice.
We're, it's called the Dirt Bags.
I'm gonna try and commission the girlfriend to come out to Rolling Ghettos. I worked there once doing construction, and my cousin was like, I got out of the car and I was like, and he's like, smells like balls, doesn't it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah.
See, the funny thing is, I'm the only guy on my team without a kid. So they got
That's fun.
kids. My favorite part, excuse me, is the wives sit right by the fence. Like every one of them, pretty much every wife. Yeah. And I'm the only like 20-year-old. Every somewhere like above 30. You know what I mean? And as soon as I'm walking, I'm like, yeah, go Chris. And like the wives and the kids are like, go Chris. You know what I mean? And it's like they got their own like little like, go Andy.
You trying to score with a wife?
Nah, man, they're my teammates.
I'm not planning on pulling a Patrick Sharp and just fucking half the team.
Dude, respect for Patrick Sharp because he hit Cheryl Scott, and damn.
He hit Cheryl Scott?
Like, he hit that, you know what I'm saying?
Who's Cheryl Scott?
A weather girl for Channel 7, I think.
I should probably check that out.
Oh, dude.
Gotta look that up.
Dude.
Oh.
Dude. We're going to put a picture of her right here.
Okay, just remind me, what time is this at? I'll have to do it then when we go. 12 minutes in. Okay, sounds good. I'll lap it.
You can put it in the whole time, man. People will enjoy it.
It's true. But that's my favorite part. I never was good at baseball, but I always had mad respect for that game. And I was freezing cold, but dude, I was fucking enjoying it.
Dude, it's so much fun.
I had like
You can
7
walk
hot
up.
dogs.
No way.
Sat there and
Dude,
just
you
ate
can walk
my
up
hot
to
dog
any
and
field, this shitty field that we play on, any field, and you're just like, it's baseball, man.
Exactly. It's
Like when I was going through recovery, I was like, I miss baseball.
I know,
man.
dude. I miss when baseball season is not happening. I fucking miss it so much. And luckily for me, it's the sport that has the shortest off season. So,
Yeah, no, you're right.
but I loved every minute of it, dude. So that was a good Tuesday for me. I tweeted about this. I went to a college party.
But what happened in the morning? You said,
Oh God, yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
So sorry, lost my train of thought. So I ate hot dogs all night, so that's a lot of sodium,
Oh,
right?
geez.
And I think this played a heavy factor into my morning. So I wake up the next morning at 6 to be at work at 6:30.
damn.
For this new job, I might be up at like 5. So I woke up, I went to work, I was feeling great. I was feeling so good, fine. Everything was firing fine. I sit down, I get there, a couple kids come in, things are going, and my nose is running. It's been running because I'm getting over a cold, so I blow my nose. Both my ears pop, usual. Both my ears pop. My left ear stays popped. Doesn't unpop. Dude,
Damn.
I went from sober to drunk in a second.
What?
I threw off my equilibrium. I threw off everything. My balance, everything. I was... You know, after you've had a few, or you pack a massive bomb in your mouth, and you look at a point on the wall and then turn your head,
Yeah.
your eyes are still there, even though you're completely looking this way. That was me in an instant.
Really?
And all I did was blow my nose and pop my ear. And I'm stumbling, walking around. I braced myself on like a piece of the furniture that was in the room. And I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, puked.
No flipping way.
Puked my guts out. And then I had to like shit and puke. Because my body was so out of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting on the floor of the bathroom, unable to turn my head because it makes me more nauseous. And I call my mom, and I'm like, I'm not all right. Like, I can't get home. Like, I can't drive.
I'm dying.
I was like, I can't drive because
No way.
I can't see. And I can't hear because my ear's still popped. I can only hear out of one ear. And I was like, I don't know what to do.
Oh
She's
my
like, call
God.
your dad. And I was like, okay, I called my dad. He's like, well, I just got to the office, but I can come get you. I was like, no, I don't want you to leave the office. And then luckily my sister-in-law was like, I'll come pick you up before I drop my niece off at the house. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, great. So I walked out, and kids apparently heard me throw up.
Oh, jeez.
And they were, my boss or whatever was like, go home. Just go. Like, don't even stay here and try.
Dang,
So I
man.
sat in my car and waited for my sister-in-law to come pick me up. And I mean, I thought, like, something's wrong. Like, I got a tumor or something.
Yeah.
Because why the fuck is that all of a sudden my
Hit
brain...
you. How much you had the night before? You had that many beers?
I had nothing. Previous to that day, this is the first alcohol I've had.
Whoa.
I have not drank in 5 days. I had no beers at the game. I have witnesses. None. And I was, like I said, I showed up to work perfectly fine, talking with kids, laughing, joking, talking to my coworkers. I blew my nose, popped my ear, and I was out.
That's so weird.
I've never experienced anything like
You had that many hot dogs?
I think the sodium may have contributed. But
Holy crap.
the congestion, dude.
That's crazy.
I laid in bed for 2 hours, and I was still thrown off.
Did you puke after?
No.
Did you feel better after you puked or no?
No. It was still like the room was spinning.
That's weird, man.
I have no idea. I can't explain it. I've never had anything like that where my complete everything is thrown off from...
'Cause usually, like, when you throw up, you just feel fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, I swear, whenever my dad gets sick, he throws up once. He's like, new man, let's get it. Like,
Right?
whatever he has.
Exactly. I understand that completely.
I swear the dude can get cancer and throw up once, and it's like, fuck, it's gone.
There's that tumor.
There it is, right there in the toilet.
Exactly. And then I'm usually the same way, but... Like, if I get migraines, I'll throw up, and then I usually feel better, and then I'll drink water and be fine.
That's weird. I'm sorry, man.
It was the roughest day ever.
I can't even make fun of that. Like, that sucks.
It was scary, man.
It sucks when I can't make fun of
Because,
something.
like, everyone... Because, like, usually when I get sick or, like, ill or whatever, everyone's like, oh, we'll go rest, and we'll bring you some toast. Everyone looked at me like, you should go to the doctor. I'm like, what? I was like, usually my parents are, like, the last persons to say go to the doctor, because it usually
I wonder
means,
what
like, shit
triggered
coming.
that, man. Like, just
don't
blowing your nose? Like, blowing your nose and, like, everything just, like, came up. Oh, shit.
Well, I mean, I tried to repop my ears to get... Because, like I said, I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
And nothing. It just made me...
I mean, you're good now, man. It's not like you're
Yeah.
dying. Like, you're all...
No, like, when I worked out, because it happened the same day you saw me at the gym.
And he goes to the gym. Same day. Grind.
And my mom was not a fan of that decision. But I went to the gym and I felt foggy. But I'm like, I need to persevere through this because I feel like whenever I try to work out, something happens to me. Like, whenever I start a plan of, like, I need to work out, I need to diet, I get sick. And it's just all out the window.
Dom is, by the way, starting to work out.
Yeah, I'm starting to work out. It's day 3.
Been helping out a little bit. We're gonna get him on stage soon, so.
Next time you see him, he's gonna be oiled up, just hitting the tripos.
That's not how you do it.
I know, but that's the best part of me right there.
Okay.
It is. I got nothing else.
Whatever makes you happy.
I do. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
When you start seeing like a horseshoe, I'm like, oh my god, I can even feel this through my sweatshirt. No flipping away. My god.
And why did you tell this? Why did you tell everyone the story you told me before we got on the cast
Which one?
about the working out with sweaters and not?
Oh, yeah. Usually when I train, I like to go in there and train. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people like go in there in tank tops. They're like looking at like themselves in the mirror.
That one chick that works out.
I mean, she has a reason to look at herself. So goddamn.
I'm sorry if you wear that. Like, where do you even find workout pants like that?
Dude, they're all over.
Where the mesh
Yeah, dude.
is all the way up your ass cheek?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you find those?
Somewhere.
You
Somewhere. Have men stare at you.com. That's what it is.
We should make that website.
That's what it is.
But you were saying.
Yeah, so usually I like to go train. I don't usually do, like, I'll wear a tank top underneath, you know what I mean? To maybe, like, if it's a stupid pump, or, like,
same.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if I don't take it off, I just wear taking off.
Just in case. Just in case. The pump is just so out of control, you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do it. So, usually I don't, but this time I was hitting arms. Arm day, you know what I mean? Every day is arm day, so.
Yeah.
Sorry. And so I was just like working out, and I was like, today's one of those days, man. And I took off my sweatshirt, was in that tank top, and I was just flow state, man. I was just going, like, just the pump was real. Nice, I sound like a douche, but like it was.
No, that's. I mean,
but do you get that where like the main reason you're in there is to train.
Yeah.
Not to. Yeah, it's good to like have confidence, look at yourself in the mirror, like, oh, this is new. Like you see a new vein, you see this, like you have progress. But I think because of me, because I have such I put so much on myself to have a good workout.
Yeah.
And sometimes it gets affected if I like go in a tank top. Then I'm always like checking, like, do I look good? Do I look okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why the whole sweatshirt thing comes in. But sometimes it's like it doesn't even matter because I just am still in flow state. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
That's the whole reason. I probably sound like a douche, but my boy Riley listening will understand.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong or sounding like a douche if you're talking about feeling good about yourself and seeing your progress.
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna post a picture of like, oh god, come on. But like you're saying like this is how it feels when you put your work in, you see the result.
It's good to acknowledge like I look good today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
But that was one of those days, man.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I feel you, dude.
So you went to a college party.
Why
do you say that? I'm going to a college this weekend with my boy up to visit my cousin. Shout out to Gio and Sully.
Gio.
We about to get it.
That's a weird name. Are you guys even Italian?
He is.
Oh, okay, good.
He's my step cousin.
Oh, good for him. He's Italian.
Good for him because he's not my real cousin. Well,
no,
fuck
dude.
you, dude.
I want you in my wedding and you whatever.
Okay.
Be angry. Be angry. You can have an.
But like, I look forward to those parties. But that's probably because I go to junior college and I never get to see like that scene rarely. So.
I'm right there with you.
I know, but like you're like married pretty much, so.
That is true.
And I'm single.
I think that's it's like you're much younger than me. Well, not much, but it's a substantial enough amount.
Yeah. Dad.
I know. And I think that is just I not to say you're a bad person, but that's just your personality to enjoy that situation.
And maybe when you're at my age and you're single, you'd probably like them more.
If I was your age and single?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
I was your age and single, and I was like, movie.
Huh.
Girls that dated me, I'm not going to say that would date me because I don't want to go anywhere. Girls that dated me need to understand something. Is I'm not the type to go out and party. I'm the type that wants to meet your family, hang out with your family, chill with your family, sit on the couch and watch a movie, and be with you. Yes, on occasions we will go do things.
Dom's girlfriend, lock him up.
Well, right. And that's what and that's what I have. And that's why it works, is because she's the same way. She'd much rather be with her family. Mm-hmm. She'd much rather see her cousins and her siblings and her mom and dad than every weekend go get bombed in the city with her friends. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that because I'm the same way. Mm-hmm. Like my closest friends you and my other buddy, we understand there's nothing like a bonfire, a cigar, and two bros having an honest conversation.
I'll do that 100%.
Right, and we did that at the end of summer. It was me and you, a pack of American Spirits, and we had an open, honest conversation.
Dude, we had a lot of those.
Exactly, because I was going through some tough shit with the crazy woman that I called my friend, and just the typical stuff. We just
talked, man. Talked it out.
Exactly. Every, maybe once a week or whenever we could. Just light a fire.
There's nothing wrong sharing
a
a cig with a buddy that you're both going through some shit and you talk it out.
Exactly. And that's the type of person I've always been. I've always been a quality person, not a quantity. And I threw that in my best man speech to my friend.
Wow.
Before he decided not to get married.
Whoa.
That I always searched for quality of a friend, not quantity.
Yep.
And I didn't have many friends when I was...
Friends that you don't need your phone around.
Exactly. I didn't have many friends when I was a kid. I got made fun of by my family for not having
we were both homeschooled, so we got that there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, a lot of people when they go to school, like, they have all these friends, but you're really only friends with them because you go to school.
Exactly. How many do you talk to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't talk to many people, and I'm fine with that.
And my girlfriend's finding that out kind of right now, where she was really good friends with these people in college, and now that they're not in college, she's maybe good friends with like 1, 2, and she'll go out and hang out sometimes with the other ones, but it's maybe 2 out of the 8. And that's just kind of what I think college is like you maybe meet 1 person or 2 people that stick around, and then the rest are just alum, you know? And I think that's one of the benefits of being homeschooled is like you learn to discern real friends. And
you learn more about yourself, man.
Exactly. You know what you want in a friend. You know what you can stand to deal with and what you can't stand to deal with. Yeah. So, that's the soapbox for this episode.
But you
went to a college party. Yes. God, we went off.
It's okay. It's our
great.
podcast.
It was great.
What the fuck we want.
I went to a college party. I went to a school down south. I'll just leave it at that. For a fraternity and sorority philanthropy dance competition.
Whoa.
So to recap that, the Greek life at this school get together to put on a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish or, those kind of organizations. And they put on a dance competition to raise money for them.
Huh.
That's what they do. And I went to it. My girlfriend's family went to it.
No way.
And
that kind of party.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it was a full-on performance, dude. Like, have you ever seen Stomp the Yard?
Yeah.
It was like that, but really less talented.
Really?
Absolutely.
I just took out my dip, and it's so gross.
It's like tar. He's taking out tar. Yeah, it was like that. Like the dudes that I witnessed, way less talented than the ones that Stomp the Yard, and really went for the comedic effort of the entire event, not so much the legitimacy of the event.
Dude, that's what it's all about, man.
The amount of times I saw like homoerotic movements just for the laugh factor made me die. I was cracking up, and the girls really went for it. One girl's got a little too slutty for my liking. We're here for the kids, and these girls are like doing burlesque and this.
Especially the parents are there, man.
Yeah, like not wearing bras. This one group, this one fraternity, not wearing bras. Nips everywhere, hard nips everywhere, bouncing up and down. I'm like,
very mad you didn't invite me to this party.
I was just like, Chris should be here. This is too funny, dude. It was so crazy.
Because when I got some liquid courage, man, I can put on a show dance moves wise, man.
I would love to have seen that,
dude.
But other than that, it was a good night.
How many people were there?
Well, we were in the stadium, like the school stadium, and it's a pretty well-known school.
Oh, so this is not like a win at a frat house.
No. It was in an arena.
Wow.
Like all the Greek life from the entire school got together and went in this arena to do a dance competition.
Damn. That's legit.
It was extremely legit. And
dude, the Greek life has a lot of money in it, man.
It does.
I didn't realize to join a fraternity or sorority, you have to pay to be in those.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if you have to live at the house, but even just to join it, I didn't know you had to pay more.
But my confusion is like, you ask people why did you.
The names crack me up so much.
I don't get the Chi, Omega, Sigma,
Alpha, Beta, Sheta, Beta, Gata.
I don't
You just said Gator? What?
what Greek letter is that?
Gator don't play around, bitch. Yeah.
But what I don't get is like, where does being in a sorority or a fraternity look good on a college resume? Or on a resume at a job application. Because, that's what I hear. It's like, why are you in a fraternity? Yeah. Oh, looks good on a resume. How does being in a party for 4 years...
Maybe it's like being a part of it, and they always say they have a lot of connections.
Yeah, that's true. Because the alumni of the sorority look and
it's got job connections, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the job I just got is because I'm connected to someone who is in the organization. So, but... Is that what it is? Like, fellow sorority members, or sisters, as they call them, or brothers in the fraternity, look out for littler brother? I don't know.
Well, dude, they've got, so many, my cousin will say, oh, that's my son. I'm like, you have a kid? And it's in college?
That needs to stop.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, and that's my dad, too.
That needs to stop.
That's my stepson. I'm like, what? You have a stepson? What?
That's my fourth cousin twice removed. Yeah. Well, that actually is my fourth cousin twice removed.
He's my fourth cousin by marriage. What?
Whoa, you guys are officiating? Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get why it looks so prestigious. But, hey, if you do understand that system, please email us or comment. Because we're ignorant to it and want to learn.
Very cool something. My third cousin is dating Cody Bellinger from the Dodgers. Yeah.
No!
Yeah, dude.
Cody
flipping Bellinger,
dude,
man.
that guy is awesome.
He's a stud.
He is a stud.
Last year on Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
People know he's risen. And this girl, third cousin, so we're not, related.
Oh, God, there's a story.
Oh, shit. Cody, I feel you, bro. Oh, man. I can see what was going on in your head.
No,
but this is a good story. They've been together since, high school. I had a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a heartwarming
But it's
story.
Well,
so we learned two things. Chris has got the hots for his cousin, and Cody Bellinger's
third cousin by marriage, not even actually related.
There's no blood.
No blood there.
There's no blood. It's okay.
Not that weird.
But in my college party excursion, we went to this bash and dance extravaganza, if you want to call it. Mm-hmm. People won money. It was great. Good cause. And we went out to dinner beforehand, and we had to take an Uber.
Okay. You always it's a hit or miss with Ubers.
Yeah, this was a big mess. This is before the house party I went to. This guy, we get into his car. Have you ever smelled incense? Not church incense. I mean,
yeah,
rainbow shop incense.
Yeah.
Filled this car. Smelled terrible.
Beauty.
Smelled terrible. I was giving something to my girlfriend's brother and then went back to the car, and I look in the car, the entire family filled up the back seat, and I'm stuck in the front.
Oof.
Now, this guy is texting while driving the entire time. In an Uber. The entire time we are in the car. I wanted to.
You gotta say something, man.
He's texting and driving, hitting every pothole he possibly can. There's no socks in the car. There's no shocks in the car. Shocks. So it's bump, 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 bump.
Yeah.
And it's grinding and whirring, and it's making all sorts of fucked up noises. And on top of everything, he's not paying attention to what's happening, and the whole front of the car is fogged up. I'm starting to lose all vision outside of my side of the car, and I'm like, we're gonna die. I looked back at my girlfriend and was and wide-eyed looked at her, and then looked at her mother, and she caught my eyes, and we exchanged a glance of, oh dear God.
Yeah.
Because the guy's texting and answering phone calls while he's driving us. We only had to go 10 minutes away, and he's having full-blown conversations and texting people while he's driving.
Yeah.
And on top of this, his rearview mirror is swinging back and forth.
Really?
His rear view mirror is swinging back and forth. And so...
Did you give him a bad review?
I hope my girlfriend's mother did. Because she called the Uber. I told her to. I was like, bad feedback, his ass. And she's like, I'm going to. That was terrible. And but I look back at my girlfriend's mom, and I look back at her, she and I catch eyes, and then I look back. And the guy goes, what you looking at, man?
No fucking way.
And I'm like... oh shit. I was like, what? And then I didn't say anything, and then like noticing that I was like, he's like, well, you keep looking back, and I was like, well, everyone's behind me that I know. I don't know your fucking ass, and you smell like shit. So why the fuck would I want to talk to you? I didn't say this, but this is everything that's in my head. And my girlfriend's father, noticing that I'm getting pulled into a situation where I'm gonna blow, just goes, "Ah, man, it's so cold out. Like, why is it's so hot in here and cold out?" Hinting to turn the fucking defrosters on, jackass. So he did, and finally we could see, so we could see what killed us. We get out, I'm like, never again. Next guy we got for the Uber, beautiful Ultima, sleek, nice cream leather.
Nice.
Beautiful. But,
It's a hit or miss with those, man.
I've had good experiences in Ubers, top to
Like, I
bottom.
had one downtown. I got picked up from my brother's apartment, and this guy had, like, a deep conversation and everything like that. Just a good time. Found out he's got, like, 4 kids from 3 mothers.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, man. He was just like telling me, he's like, yeah, I messed up, man, but I'm just trying to do my best with what I got and, like, what situation I'm in. I'm like, good for you, man.
Good
like,
for you, man.
And he's like, those kids will change you, man. They'll change you in the best way possible. They'll make you become a bitch, and, like, in a good way, you know what I mean? And I was like, I feel that, but...
It is hit or miss, and this guy was a definite miss. And if you hear this and know you fucking suck and endangered people's lives, jackass, put the phones down if you're gonna fucking drive.
Especially in an Uber. Like,
right?
Man. I had a funny, relatable about a car. So, bad decision on my part.
Real quick, 1 second. House party. Went, had 3 beers, lasted 30 minutes, and told my girlfriend, let's get the fuck out. So go ahead.
Nice.
I couldn't take it. It was a
guys-
track stars, like, it was a track team's apartment. So there was, like, shoes hanging from ceilings, and I was just like, these guys and I don't jive. We don't. They play running sports. I play contact sports. Have a good day.
I don't run.
I don't run unless there's ice cream involved. Next. So, you were saying.
So we live in Chicago. Our weather is...
A joke.
This is the only time in the world I'll ever say this word, retarded. And, like, it's just... We have, like, 50 winters in a
I
winter.
know.
In a winter.
I know.
Spring is a joke, man. Spring is such a joke.
This
like,
isn't happening.
We're
Spring.
waiting for, like, this nice weather between spring and summer. Like, no, it's gonna be, like, snowing, and then June, and then it's gonna be 90. And that's just how it's gonna be. And
Absolutely.
it's like, spring is a joke. It's not even a thing. My seasons go winter, summer, fall. That's all there is. Spring's a joke. It's not even there.
Fall lovely.
Yeah, I love fall. But every Chicagoan loves fall because, like, it's like you can see these, like, leaves and every fall. I'm like, the leaves are dying.
Oh, man, I want to go to Maine.
Oh, yeah.
Maine during fall.
Dude, that's where it's at.
I'm getting a little drunk, so I hope you're buzzed.
I took my dip out. That's what that was. But I'm all good, man.
I'm celebrating. So.
You are celebrating. You have reason to celebrate. But this is a funny-ass story. So, this reason I was talking about the weather, because the day after I got a car wash, it snowed. So I was like, oh, damn.
God, I know. I was on the phone with my girlfriend. I'm like, do I get a car wash this weekend? I checked my weather.
Nope. Yeah, I didn't put that into play. But me and my buddies have this joke going on because we saw this one video of this turtle humping a shoe. Okay? And if you ever saw turtles mating or, like, doing something like that, you know the noise they make, man?
It's scary.
It's like, we have this joke where it's like, like something like that, you know what I mean? Like, and we always are like messing around, like we'll get real close and we're just like, and just like some random shit, like, because that's what turtles sound like, dude. They have like the most low key, like, like moan or some shit like that. So, as on this beautiful day while I'm getting this car washed, the day before it snowed, my car is just like a sexy man coming out of the car wash, and I'm videotaping it.
I finally saw it, dude.
Right?
Did you park next to me on purpose?
Yep.
I did. I was like,
I know.
I thought I was driving. I was like, did he park next to me on purpose?
100%. Yeah, it was like way off the lot too. I was like, I've got my Damos car. And so while it was coming out of the car wash, I took a video and my mouth was real close to the camera, so I was going like some shit like that. And I did the video. I was gonna send to my buddies, and they thought it was hilarious. But what went wrong is my phone was still connected to Bluetooth in the car. So I took the video. I was like, I gotta make sure that I can hear the moans in it, so because it was kind of loud at the car wash. And when I was checking it, they were inside the car, still cleaning it, and I played it, and I was like, why can't I hear it? All of a sudden, it's still connected to Bluetooth, so in the car, all they hear is, like that shit, and I did it a lot, so it was like a good, 30 seconds of me doing that. And I was like, oh, why can't I hear it? And I was like, fuck, the Bluetooth's on. So it's going on in the car while they're cleaning it inside the car. Right?
So they think you're watching straight up porn.
Exactly. So the guy's getting, he's like, all right, we're done. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I give him his tip, and then he gave me the weirdest look, man. Like the eye. And this, wow, at the car wash, damn.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah, they gave me the weirdest look, so I'll probably never go back to that car wash
again. You're not allowed. Which one was it? Was it down the street or further?
One by BP gas station.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good one, too.
It's a great one, man. It's a great one.
I saw your dad there, actually.
Yeah, dude, he always goes there.
He, got there and talked to the dude working and
he shoots the shit.
I was like, dude, come here often?
Dude, he shoots the shit with them, man. It's so funny to go in a car wash with my dad. He knows all. And it's I'm just a little racist, but it's all Mexicans that work there, you know what I mean?
That's not racist, that's just a fact.
So they're all speaking Spanish to him, and he's trying to understand. He's like, hey, yo, yeah, man.
Meanwhile, they're like, punto.
Yeah. Some shit like that. So, but nah, it's a great gas station. It's just
fantastic.
Gonna be the car that makes sex noises while they go through. So,
hey, but you know what? To be fair, your car is so sexy, it should come with sex.
True.
Just it should have.
Maybe that's the noise that you hear no matter what when you enter the car. It's just
I wholeheartedly would support that happening every time. I'd wholeheartedly support.
Oh, it was brutal.
So we touched on it a little bit about the working out, right?
Yes, dude. So proud of you.
That sounded patronizing, but I know you kind of mean it, so I'll take it. I went there without you. So the first day I worked out, we recorded the podcast, and I told Chris, I was like, I need to start working out. I want to. I'm tired of looking the way I do. I need to start doing something. Mm-hmm. So he's like, well, I'm working, so come in. And I'm like, that's not what you sound like, but I promise.
Dumb frat, bro. It's not a frat.
Yeah. So he's like, well, come in. I'm working. And I'm like, all right. So I came in, and I expected Chris to just be like, oh, dude. He wanted Welcome to My House being played when I walked up the stairs.
It was playing before he walked.
And he explained it to me and why he was disappointed, and we got past that. So
it would have been so funny.
And so he asked, what do I want to work on? I was like, I was going to do some arms and some chest.
By the way, I'm a gym, on Friday mornings, I'm a gym supervisor. So it's you can only do so much while you're gym supervisor, so it's it looked like I was doing something when I was helping down. So
right, so that's what I mean. It's I got there and I expected Chris to just just kind of graze and just come by every once in a while. Yeah. He fucking walked me through every workout with motion, technique, and form. And I'm like, don't you gotta do shit?
Nope, not at all, man.
Are you busy? And meanwhile, he's spotting me. I'm like, this isn't right. I was like, you should be working. I don't feel good.
No, I worked there for 4 hours, and the only thing I'm mandatory to do is clean my set of machines on a list. Everybody has a set of machines they have to clean when they come in, and I already cleaned all the machines before you came in, so I literally am just waiting until noon when I get off. You know what I mean? So it's it's either I shoot the shit with people who are working out, or I'm pretending to do work on the computer. Yeah, some shit like that. So it's I really am not
if you
doing
look
anything.
over Chris's shoulder while he's at the computer, it just says RG, FB, FQ, yes. Space. But
I don't know why I'm typing.
It was nice because I'm super intimidated by everyone at that gym. Mainly because I see the same people every single time I go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not that I'm sure they are, because who is, but I always feel like everyone that's dedicated and there is looking at me.
Nah. Nobody gives a fuck.
Because I just feel oh, he's doing that wrong.
Yeah.
I'm but I'm watching the video and it's telling me to do this.
No,
You know
dude,
what I'm
because
saying?
you got to think like all those people that are like may intimidate you. They're not worrying about your shit, man. They're worrying about their own workouts. You know what I
Right.
mean, they're just chasing the pump, so they're not gonna be distracted
God, I
by
hope
somebody who
that's accurate.
might not look like they're doing it right. Like when I come at night to work out. We have a gym squad there, and we're always talking about our workouts. We never are like, oh, that kid's doing it wrong. And if we see the kid doing it wrong, we'll help him out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're not like, oh, douchebag, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Go work on the
and I found
cardio
it-
machines.
I found it really refreshing because there was a kid that was struggling to do a bench press. He was struggling to get a bench press up, and like his spotter left, and this rando dude was like, "Whoa!" and like jumped in, grabbed it, and like helped him put it back on the thing. And he's like, "Dude, thank you." And then he was like, "Okay, so here's what you're," and like helped him out,
dude.
And I was like, "Are we all a family?"
Dude,
I was
that's
like,
what it is. Everybody's there
I was like,
trying to
we-
get better, chasing a pump.
Yeah, so that was nice, but I was very insecure because there was a very attractive woman there, and then there was like really buff dudes, and then all of a sudden, out of my peripheral, as I'm doing a seated row, I just see a little fat Jewish kid pull up, and I'm like, all right. We're
cool.
good.
It's
We're
cool.
good. Everyone's equal here.
Yep.
All right, you
That's
do
all it is,
your
man.
whatever that is, and I'm gonna do this.
Yep.
So
Damo bench 55 pounds.
I did. Oh wait, hey, 55 pounds plus. Wait, it's 45 the bar, and then I put how much did I put on the
You
side?
put 2 5s on.
I did. I was warming into it. But when you weren't there, I did.
No, you did 95. I saw you do 95.
Yeah, I put 95 on, and then I did the dumbbell bench press, and I did 90.
You did what?
When I did the dumbbell bench press, and I did 90 pounds.
45s together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say if you did 290s, I was like, shit. Like, you already passed me down. This isn't cool. This isn't cool. I'm leaving.
You shouldn't go to the gym tomorrow, damn.
You're looking great.
No, but I did 90. But it felt good, and it feels good. And now that they have the heavy bags there, I'm super interested. Because I do that at the end just to kind of get the blood back in my fingers, because Jesus. But, yeah, and someone needs to be cleaning those machines. There was a dude on the Stairmaster, damn near disgusting.
Oh yeah, that's why we clean them.
I was like, gee, you need more than that. You need
Yeah.
a squeegee and a whole hazmat team.
Yeah.
That
No,
was
it's pretty
gross.
brutal. Like once you get in the crevices of cleaning machines, it's like, oh Jesus! Like I used to not wear gloves, but now I wear gloves when I clean stuff
Yeah.
because like, oh God. Mm-hmm. But yeah, dude, I took Damo through the ringer. Didn't you did like upper body right when I
did
saw
upper
you?
body and chest,
I didn't
yeah.
put you through the legs because you probably wouldn't have gone back. But like put him through like standing military press. Not
Yeah,
military
I
press,
love
barbell
those.
ones. Yeah, dude, you got some potential, so go after it. You know what I mean? Not like you need potential to work out, but
No. Well, if there ever was a grounding moment, I was doing leg day by myself, and the only machines I really know how to use are the leg curl and the leg press. And I tried to figure out the squat machine.
the squat machine's an alien machine. I don't even know how to use that one.
There's a bike handle,
Yep.
brake release,
Yeah,
and then
dude.
weights, and I squatted to like the ground, and I
Yeah.
had no idea what was going on. And then the guy behind me, this Asian man who does not speak English, pointed out the brake release. I was like, "Oh, great!" And I hit it, and it went up, and I'm like, I still don't know what the fuck to do after that.
no.
So I kind of looked at the motion, and then just walked away, and then did more leg press.
Never used that machine in my life.
And I never
Literally,
will.
I've never. used
I might use
machine.
that safety squat machine though. The one that's got like
The
those.
Smith machine.
Yeah, that's got the
Yeah.
weights.
That's a good.
inside the
I always
track.
have people when they are starting to learn how to squat start on that, but don't stay on that. Like start to learn the form from that because the bar is not moving around, so your stabilizing muscles are kind of taken out of it. Because like the bar is like weighs nothing pretty much. You can literally like lift it with one finger if like it's off the rack or whatever. Because it's just on like cables or whatever. So, but once you get the form on that, don't stay
See,
there.
when I worked out with Aaron, I did the squat and fucked my back up
Same.
to such a point where he was like, "We're never doing squats again."
Yeah, I can't. On their machine, I tried it once and I messed my back up. I don't know what.
And I think it's just too low.
Yeah, it's a weird. You kind of gotta get used to it, but like,
I fucking loved deadlifts and would go hard.
oh, the deadlifts are awesome on that machine, man.
I would go hard on the deadlifts and the bicep curls, but I did the squats, and then Aaron was like, "We're never gonna do that again,
Yeah,
ever." And I took like 4 days off because I could not move.
yeah. No, it's sketchy, but those the little things that I pointed out when you were working out, I hope it wasn't like, oh, you gotta do this, bro. I was just like, hopefully just...
No, because I'm
you took
so
it as-
ignorant to everything.
Yeah.
I was like, when I was by myself, I'm like, oh my god, should I do this without Chris? Should I do this without Chris?
Yeah. And everybody, when they start going, they like try and do the most maximum weight possible. It's
No,
like,
yeah. I want to, like, when I was doing the bench press, I was like, I understand I don't have a spotter.
yeah.
I'm going to go until I feel my failure is going to happen the next one,
Yeah.
and I'm going to stop.
And then, yep, that's a good start.
I was like, I feel at this 45, I can't go to 11. I hit 10. It was a strong 10. Next.
Anything that you're doing, like on a laying flat bench of chest, just make sure always scaps are together.
I did, yeah. I pinched and then just went, and it only went to about nipple height, and then went back up.
Because if you don't, then it puts your shoulders in a bad spot. We won't get into it because I could talk about it forever. But
That's next week's podcast. We were already at
we never
50 minutes.
record on fitness or what was it, Wednesdays? What was it?
Wellness Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wellness Wednesday. We never record on Wednesdays, John. Faggot.
That's not my fault. Like, I don't understand. Literally, I'm actually, that's better for me, but
No, yeah. Nice.
I wasn't me. That's the chair.
Oh, okay. Notice how I said nice.
If you notice around the like minute 50 mark of the last podcast, there's a huge chunk taken out of. Chris ripped one.
Dude, that was brutal.
So I took that out of the podcast along with some other things. But
Wow, we're already at 50 minutes?
yeah, dude, we had a good combo.
This is going to be a good podcast. Damn.
Yeah, I felt that was more of a conversation than recent podcasts.
Yeah, that
So.
was good. We're getting better at this. We are getting better at
Hopefully,
this.
yeah.
But this
Come on, go
weekend, I am going up to visit my cousin.
Ooh.
Yes,
Front grinding. I want video.
Oh, dude, the Four Loco.
I just like the only way I could describe it was front grinding. Wow, what a picture.
I go up there maybe on a good month, once a month. Because he was my old training partner. Yeah.
You've been at a good year once a month.
No. Like, once every month I'll go up there. Like, that's what I want to do.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes that doesn't work. So it usually happens, like, once every 2 months. Because, like,
I hear you.
I don't go to many parties. I don't drink a lot. So it's, like, the one time I'll let loose.
Drinking is super overrated.
And now you're around women. But this is, they call it a Grand Prix. So what that means, I think, this is talking Greek life. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But my cousin is in a fraternity.
Yeah.
And the Grand Prix is like, you know how they have like brother fraternities and sister like sororities.
I guess, man.
But like their fraternity has multiple frats at other colleges.
Oh.
And their sister sorority has multiple sororities at different colleges. But this is when all those frats and fraternities come to
Oh. Shit.
Purdue. And it's just like, it's a time and a half.
Damn.
So, and it's like, we've been, like, he's always telling me, like, dude, you gotta come up for Grand Prix. You gotta come up for Grand Prix. Because, like, we'll go up there if they're having, like, a frat party and, like, just to hang out and train with them. But this weekend's supposed to be something, man. So, and it's 4:20 on Friday when I'm leaving tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus.
But I'm not gonna smoke.
Oh, you're not.
No, because I've noticed, man, I cannot handle my shit when I'm smoking. Like, dude,
funny.
I got a lot of anxiety, and when you say, like, generalized anxiety when you smoke, it does the opposite effect of what it's supposed to do when you smoke, and that's 100% me, man. Like, it's like, I'll be more of a burden to them if I smoke, then, like, they'll just be like, Chris, are you alive? Are you okay? Like, are you good? And,
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be having my hood up, tying my hood, and just sitting there like, duh. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, you
Plus, my
wanna
buddy
enjoy
Sully,
it.
he doesn't smoke, so I don't. And, like, so it's my cousin Gio, my brother, and then my brother's girlfriend, and then her roommate. We all got this, like, little clique up there, and it's, like, this little squad. And they're all, like, I don't want to say they're potheads. My brother's definitely a pothead. But, but not in a bad way, you know what I mean? Like, it's 4:20, I get it. But I'm just going to be drinking beers with Sully. I don't want to take part of that because I'd be more of a burden to them. I want them to
Yeah.
have a good time, like, and I just really don't want to, you know what I mean? So,
I don't know, man. I got my theories about cannabis. Not a big fan of it.
but Friday night, they're supposed to have a total of 3 fraternities and 3 sororities in a fraternity house.
Oh my god.
So I am
Is
definitely,
Trojan sponsoring this event?
I'm definitely gonna have some stories, man. I'm actually nervous. Like, I'm actually nervous.
What I hope happens is you come back and just go, I got nothing. Nothing happened. No one, nothing.
I just got drunk by myself
Yeah.
with Sully, and then we
I
talked
tied my
Generation
hood.
Iron, and like,
I tied my hood and fell asleep at noon. What?
why'd you fall asleep at noon? The next morning, what? God, I don't remember
walked
anything.
around all night.
We have to have Sully because he was sober. I don't know what happened, but
Well, that's good. I'm gonna have a very what's the word? Boring, mild weekend.
don't say
so
boring. Don't say boring.
It's not boring. It's gonna be for me. It's for you. It might be boring. For me, it's gonna be perfect.
You're making me sound like I'm a party kid.
No, I'm not saying you're a party kid. I'm just saying, like, I don't think you'd want to go to a 21st and then a baptism. Would you? Probably not.
Dude, hey, let's go to this baptism and turn the fuck up.
Sacramental wine. Yeah.
Throw a shot over the baby.
Yeah, but that's my weekend, which is perfect for me because it's relaxing. So,
Yeah, no, I get that.
but
This is like, usually I'll do that, I'll relax, but this is where I need to let loose, man. I've been like, I
Absolutely.
did human form and function, anatomy, biology, whatever the fuck you call it, for 8 hours yesterday, man. 8
in the
hours.
same position, like you sat for the same.
Well, I was doing the labs in the computer area near the library for 3, and then I went straight to the lab test, which took at least an hour and a half, and then I was stuck after that doing more labs for another, 3 plus 1, and then for another 4 or like 2. It was bad, man, and like my back is muffed from sitting for that long.
Was it like mandatory or
Yeah.
was this?
Yeah.
Was it mandatory?
You got to get your labs done after the lab test. Well, you're supposed to have your labs done before the lab test.
Okay, so that was my real question.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, did you fuck up or was this just a fucked up situation?
But they weren't late because I got them in 5 hours. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, yeah.
So,
I know, my teacher just gave me a review packet and then a shit ton of homework on top of that, and I have one class. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to do it? Plus, my job wants me to start soon. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to get this?
drop the fuck out.
Might.
Literally, though, I would see no reason why you would stay.
Exactly. But, yeah, dude, I think that's all I got. If you have
All you
anything.
got. Oh man.
Got anything? I mean, I think-
Oh, I still don't have any Instagrams. I know people were. I told them myself I would.
It really has been inconvenient to me because there's funny shit I see on Instagram I want to send it to you, and I can't because you're not
No,
there.
I love it, man. I'm like I understand why people don't have
So-
Instagrams.
We touched on tobacco use. I want to expound on that because I've had this question in my phone
Oh,
since we
man.
started the podcast
Wow. Okay.
a year ago. When? Because we're talking about like dip, smoking, cigars, pipes, weed, whatever. When is it too old to vape?
Oh man.
When is it too old? Because I was driving, when I wrote this down, I was driving, and since then have driven a lot and seen this a lot.
Yeah.
People in their 30s, 40s, construction workers, 50 years old, I saw someone vaping at 50 years old while they're driving.
Okay, so a couple
Why?
points on that. This is gonna be a long podcast, but what you see is probably people. It's a substitute for cigarettes.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's probably where.
There's like a culture.
Yeah.
There's a vape culture, and it's very weird.
So that's where I probably what they're doing is they're either trying to get slowly off of the cigarettes.
true.
You know what I mean? Or it's just a substitute because we don't know
It's
much research on it. So maybe it's up there. I don't know.
Well, from what I understand is that vaping is just water vapor in your lungs, which could potentially cause pneumonia. But I guess that's lesser than the cancer it causes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I get that point. But at the same time...
But if they're doing it just for like at a frat party, it's like, oh, dude, you want to hit up the Juul or something like that?
Yeah.
And like, I would say
Too old to vape. Too old to Juul.
too old to Juul or vape for fun,
Yeah.
not for any reasons to either slowly get off of it or substitute. Oh man, I would say
I have my number locked.
when you're no longer going to parties consistently.
26.
I was gonna say 30. So we're in the same ballpark.
Okay, so, yeah.
We're in the same ballpark.
We're in the same ballpark. Maybe to play in a different sport.
Yeah, because I think, like, I get it when you go to parties. I mean, it's like when you drink, everybody wants to smoke, and it's just like one of those things. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I would say,
But come on, like vaping, that's an expensive habit to pick up to help quit. I mean, yeah, if you're using it to help quit cigarettes, but that's an expensive. The pods and the tanks and the apparatus to use it is like $60.
You know, it's a lot. So
plus
it's,
the oils
yeah.
and the pen and all that shit. It's
And
like
I don't
another
know
10.
whether it like adds up to the same amount as being as like same as smoking cigarettes. Whether what's cheaper, you know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
a little bottle of vape juice will last a good amount,
Yeah.
unless you're a fiend. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I get where you say 26, but like when you're drinking, going to like bars or something like that, or like, but if you have a family, man, like, just stop.
If you have a family, you shouldn't vape, nor should you juul.
Yeah.
And smoking needs to go out the window because you want to walk your daughter down the aisle. Be a man. Quit it.
So this brings up another question to you, because I know you're not a big fan of cannabis.
Cannabis.
Cannabis. Or, like, because you kept on calling it cannabis, I'm going to call
Did
it
we
cannabis.
talk about that on the cast? I don't remember. I did. We did.
Yeah.
How we call it cannabis when we want to talk intellectual.
And we just talked about it before.
Yeah.
Do you think cannabis, when people like, oh, let's spark up a joint, is the same as drinking beer?
No. See, I am very anti-weed. I am okay with weed for cancer patients. They say that maybe it should be allowed in sports to help with the headaches and the migraines and the brain damage that happens to sports. I'm okay with giving it to football players. I'm okay with giving it to people who have like Crohn's disease or
Some seizures.
seizures. I'm okay with that. To the degree of maybe giving them the oil, the CBD oil. Because that's what
I use.
That's what gets to the problem. The inebriation that comes from weed, I've never heard someone go, oh, let's just have some weed tonight, and not want to get high. Whereas I can have a beer and not get drunk. I can have a glass of wine. I can have a couple glasses of whiskey. I have tonight and not be drunk.
Okay.
But when you smoke weed, you're smoking weed to get high. And, like, that falls in line with some religious belief of, like, never being intoxicated or being unsober.
But isn't that the
of
same
mind.
thing as getting drunk off beer, if you think of it that way?
Absolutely. I think anything to excess
So what do you think is better,
not cool.
alcohol or...
Well, our liver has enzymes to break down alcohol. Our brain does, and that's what weed affects, is our brain doesn't have the chemicals to break down weed. So weed stays longer in our brain.
So what if I told you... That sounds like a commercial. What if I told you that some people smoke to find a deeper meaning in things going on in their life and use it as a positive effect to that?
I still think the neurological effects might outweigh the positives.
Okay, so to that point, when I smoke, if I ever do, I'll do it, and that's why I'm not doing it on 420. Whenever I do it, I use it in that sense where, you know how I feel that paranoid feeling?
Yeah.
Is because I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I use it in the fact that it makes me think about that shit. You know what I mean?
Steer into the skid.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think a part of it is, I'll just put it off, I'll put it off. You know what I mean? I don't need to worry about that, I don't need to think about that. But when I ever do, I use it to dive deeper into that, what's bothering me in life or what's bothering me at that point in time, to where it forces me, first off, it pretty much makes the problem worse. And kind of in a sense, like, not saying, like, let's say I'm having like a personal issue, I'm like been in a weird mood lately, and I'm like, I don't want to say depressed or something like that, but like off, you know what I mean? And I need to figure out why, you know what I mean? And I know the reason, but it's like, just like, I don't want to think about that, I don't want to think about that. But when I smoke, it makes that, it kind of takes, you can't not think about it. You know what I mean? So when I smoke it, it's like, okay, I'm smoking to legit think about this thing so I can figure it out, because it forces me to think about it. And it forces me to dive deeper into that problem that I'm having And when it forces me to think about it, I have no other choice, because if I don't think about it at that time, it's still in the back of my head, and I'll just freak the fuck out. I'll freak out if I don't think about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So being forced to think about it, it gives myself a way to
bypass all this red tape to just get to the... Okay.
It gets to that point, and it's like, all right, man, if you don't figure it out, you're fucked for the next 3 or 4 hours when you're high. Right. You know what I mean? So that's why I can see... But, I mean, I don't disagree with people, like, smoking, like, my coworkers are going out for 20. Like, my brother's doing that. My cousin and all, like, they just want to, like, die. I get that, but I don't think there's a difference between getting drunk and getting high.
No, I honestly don't think there's a difference between getting drunk and getting high. It's the fact that I try to avoid anything that takes me out of being me.
Yeah.
Without me having control of it. Like, do I get drunk? Yeah, and I hate when I do. And that's what I'm saying, is like, I don't ever want to not be me and have control.
That's the control feeling.
I don't drink to get drunk, and you can drink to not get drunk, but you can't smoke to not get high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but there's a deeper meaning than that high word.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That high where you're so high, you're like, fuck. Dude.
And that's why I think that there's like the use of the CBD oil to help with the illness aspect of things. But I heard someone say that it stunts you from dealing with those things because your brain naturally wants to solve a problem. So like if you're anxious, your brain is being anxious to solve a problem.
Yeah.
And when people are like, oh, I'm so anxious, I just need to smoke some weed and calm down, stop.
Yeah.
Because you need to let your brain get there and solve the problem. Like I was with my ex. She's a big smoker. Fight about it all the time. And we were just hanging out, and she started having a panic attack.
Yeah.
And started freaking out. And we were not where she has her weed or whatever. And she's like trying to like calm down, like, hey, look at me. And I put my hand on her chest. I put her hand right in the middle of her sternum, and I'm like, push my hand up with your breath. Push it up. And I pushed down on her, and she's like, breathed up and raised my hand down. And I was like, good, do it again. And I had her keep doing that. And she's like, that's the first time I ever got through a panic attack without weed. I'm like, you can get through it.
And I think it affects everyone in a different way.
Right.
Like me, it doesn't, like, I'll never say, oh, I'm freaking out, I need to smoke. Because if I smoke, it will just make me think about it more. You know what I mean? And sure, I'll fuck up sometimes. And like at St. Patrick's Day, I got drunk and I smoked, and it was just like, that was just because I wanted to get high. So, I mean, I'm not saying that I was just really drunk and like, shit happens, you know what I mean? But when I want to use it, I'm not saying I didn't want to use it. So, I mean, I'm like not trying to be a hypocrite here, you know what I mean? Because I just think I fucked up. So, I mean, there's no other way around that.
I mean, that...
Yeah. So, I mean, but I get where people are saying, yeah, it like, when you're saying like a panic attack and they need it to just relax, you know what I mean? But I think there's also people out there like me that use it for a beneficial reason to think about it more. Anyway.
My thing is, I can get people smoking weed as long as you're productive as a human being.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you work out, you do your thing, you go to work, you are a personable person. I'm talking about the people who are stoners, who are like... And, like, they do it so much that their entire demeanor is slowed. Yeah. Those are the people that just bother me. Yeah. It's like, I can tell.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wasn't as bad as that sophomore and junior in high school, but I was in that realm of just getting high to get high, and it came to the point where I was just like doing it every day over summer, and it was just like it was more like a social thing to me, but I got to the point where I was like, this is just making you more nervous, dude. Like, you can't. But then I realized, if you're thinking about that issue more, I'm not saying on an issue back then, but like, maybe this is like, you can use that as a beneficial way. You know what I mean? So I agree with you, but I also like, but I don't think I disagree with you, because I think you understand the point where I think some people out there use it as a beneficial aid for their mental state, and also with the beneficial things of cancer and seizures and all that. Yeah. But the CBD, is there's been a lot of like research on that where it's really good for like muscle recovery and help you. So I have a CBD pen.
Nice.
And I smoke it before I go to bed for recovery purposes, not for any other reason than muscle recovery, you know what I mean? So I like to do it, like, fall asleep and muscle recovery and everything like that. So.
Take a shot.
Yeah.
Take a shot. You said everything like that.
Oh, jeez.
But I completely get that. And that's what I'm saying. Is like, that's the drug boiled down to a drug.
Yeah.
That's taking marijuana, and it was like, well, it's natural, it grows from the earth. So does castor bean oil.
Yeah.
And that'll kill you.
Yeah.
And poison ivy. But you gotta be, like, if it's a drug, you gotta be careful with a drug. And I think my main concern is that everyone's pushing for marijuana. And we're not talking about any of the side effects. We're not talking about the long-term study. Like, if you know the long-term study,
okay,
and want to do it, okay, you've read the risk. It's like when you read the package of cigarettes
it's like
that say
steroids.
Right. You read the package that says this could cause cancer. Here you go. Fine. Exactly.
Where is that?
But people don't want to talk about that. I was listening to a neuroscience PhD, just smart woman on Louder with Crowder say, we found studies that links adult use of marijuana can transmit to their offspring having personality disorders, having schizophrenia or paranoia more than and if you suffer from paranoia, your offsprings are more likely to suffer from paranoia because of I don't think we're talking enough about side effects. And if you really want to make it legal and you really want to make it a drug that is medicinally handed out by a doctor, you need to have these side effects. You need to have what could happen to you if you take it. Like,
well, that's
if I get a prescription of Vicodin, the doctor tells me here are the side effects. If I get a prescription of antibiotic, which is supposed to clear up an infection, this is what's going to happen to you.
Dude, talk about those pills. That's what I think's fucking people up.
Absolutely.
Man.
And I'm not saying that doctors or pharmaceutical companies are the angels that they seem to be. No, they're not.
Like, I swear every kid is being diagnosed with ADHD, and then they put their 6-year-old kid on Ritalin.
You want to watch something highly educational, it's on YouTube. Look up The Medicated Child.
Yeah.
And watch that. There's a kid...
Or Prescription Thugs on Netflix.
Yeah, there's a kid that is, by the age of 9 was on 7 different prescriptions.
Oh my god, man. That's just his personality. You gotta understand, the kid's fucking 9.
Well, yeah. Well, he takes this drug to help him with his attention deficit, and then he gets a tic. He rolls his neck, and then they give him something for the tic, and now he does it, and now he's got high blood pressure, so now they put him on something for high blood pressure, and it's just snowballing when it's just a kid who's hyperactive.
Yes, it's a fucking kid. No shit, he's gonna
I said it the other day at work. I was like, our best boy is our worst girl.
Yeah.
Like, our worst behaved girl is our best behaved boy.
Yeah, legit.
Like, literally. It's just boys are different.
Yeah, dude. I just can't understand, like, the fact that they'll, like, oh, he's got ADHD, and let's help with the ADHD. Let's put him on Ritalin, or what's the other one?
Yeah, but that Ritalin, Adderall.
Adderall. Like, some shit like that. Maybe it's just because he's a kid, and he's around his friends, and he wants to act out and be hyper as fuck, and he's just a fucking kid. Right. You know what I mean? It's just, maybe he's just got a different way of thinking. Maybe he's just has a different personality where he's more interactive and he's, like, more active in a way.
My mom...
It's like, I don't know, dude.
My mom constantly tells me, or constantly told me, because I tell her war stories at work, and she goes, if I had you in the public school system, they would put you on drugs. They would have put me on drugs because I was a hyper kid, and I just wanted to move, I wanted to go, and I wanted to do things. But I'm normal. I'm fine. I don't have any problems. I can focus and I can do a job. But see, and that was the problem.
Because I think they matched him to a baseline.
Yes.
Like, where they have that really good kid that listens a lot and he's like this and that, and then they see a different person, like a different kid, match up with that baseline or that good kid, and they want, this is the way you should be. You shouldn't want to be active while the teacher's talking. You shouldn't talk out loud when the teacher's talking. Yeah, right. Like, okay, I get that. You want to have the class, you want to teach the students, you don't want to be interrupted, but he's a fucking kid. You know, shit. He's not mature. He's gonna be acting out. He's gonna be active. He's gonna be like interrupting and shit because maybe that's just his personality. Like you said, you just go, 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 go. You know what I mean? And maybe he just needs some maturing to do because I don't know. He's 9.
Yeah.
It's like,
and that was the big thing that if you watch The Medicated Child, they talk about is that it wasn't doctors telling these parents
it's
that
the teachers,
they're these uneducated, non-PhD, maybe not even masters holding teachers telling parents your kid has ADHD, he needs to be on medication. Those are literally words teachers said to parents. That's not legal.
No.
You have we even learned that in our job. You cannot diagnose.
No.
If a kid gets hurt, you can't tell the parents, I think he broke his arm. You can't say that. No. And these teachers are saying that to parents, like, your son has ADHD, your son is hyperactive, your daughter is da-da-da. And then saying they need to be on drugs.
Yeah.
To the parents' face. What?
And that's what's gonna fuck them up, man.
Exactly. These poor kids got totally fucked up because of these drugs.
You see more and more kids that are in families, and it's usually the families that can afford those type of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you see these kids that grew up in a very nice house, like in a very nice neighborhood, but they're so like they I think they hold themselves either like a really high standard, and they're so stressed out on being this and that, and like the suicide rates of kids that grow up in very wealthy families are so much more than kids that grow up in either like, let's say, poverty or like a bad neighborhood, because it's almost like in those rich, wealthy neighborhoods, they don't really have something to strive for in their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're always like given something so quick. But these kids that grow up in these poor little like neighborhoods or something like that, they see those wealthy kids and then they have something like, oh man, like I want that shit. Let's go after it. It gives them a different perspective on how to live, on how to go after things. But when these people are like, these kids are raised up in these very wealthy, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being wealthy, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
fuck, that's
absolutely.
awesome. And that's what everybody like strives for, but it doesn't give them something to go after when they get something just for asking. You know, they don't earn it.
Because honestly, like, if you think of an achievement, what is that?
Yeah,
It's a high.
yeah, exactly.
It's like when I found out I got the job offer, I welled up.
Yeah, dude.
Like when I was on the phone with him and he said we're gonna extend an offer, I like smiled and my whole just demeanor changed. But if that's handed to you
no,
because your daddy or your mommy, it takes away from that. So what do? They chase a different high.
yeah,
And I'm not saying that's everybody, but it does happen. And too, like what you said, is like you need to be
humble and
striving
have
for something.
perspectives on, okay, why am I in this situation? Okay, yeah, I'm being raised up by one mother and my dad left and he's like everything like that. But it gives them in a situation where it's like, I see how damn hard my mother is working for me to raise me and my family as a single child because, yeah, my dad might have left, okay? And I know why I'm in this poor neighborhood, okay? And that gives them the reason, like, I don't want to be in this position anymore. You know what I mean? And it gives them a position to work on something. But when kids are, quote-unquote, live in that wealthy neighborhood, live in that wealthy family, you know what I mean? And they're kind of given everything that they asked for and not really earning much, then what's the point? You know what I mean? And I think that's what, and then that's the whole, it leads on to is like when they're trying to get into college and they're in so much stress because, yeah, my dad went to Harvard, my mom went to Princeton, and like all these, and like they have put so much pressure on themselves to get to those schools, and like if they ever get to those schools, living up to that standard. And I think that's what's, Joe, we're going to talk about this in my podcast, that's what really messes them up.
And honestly, I mean, you can even take that down to like why we have this debate about race and everything in our society. I
Go on
don't
forever about it.
This is gonna be controversial, and I even said this on a Instagram post. Someone was like, "Oh, you know, there's just this country's racist." I was like, "Country's not racist.
Oh.
Country is not racist. There's been a black person and a Hispanic person in every form of government, maybe except for president. But there's been a black person, Hispanic person, an Asian person in every single form of government." Job description, Fortune 500, whatever. The country's not racist. People are, okay? Yeah. That happens. There are people that are, absolutely, there are racists in the world. But this idea that we have put in the society that you're at a disadvantage because of the color of your skin
God,
is
man.
making kids believe that
Yeah.
based on something they can't control, they are instantly at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Can't catch a break, bro. I'm in this sucky situation. Okay, accept the fact that you're in this sucky situation.
Right.
Like, beyond blessed that we're not in that shitty situation.
Right.
And yes, we are two white dudes. Okay.
But I know white people that have struggled their entire
Exactly.
life. I know a kid that was from Detroit whose parents are both white, he's white, struggled their asses off.
Eminem.
I don't know him. But struggled their asses off for decades and finally now have money.
Yes.
Because they worked hard.
Yes.
And I mean, look at Herman Cain.
Yeah.
I mean, not Herman Cain. But, Ben Carson.
Yeah.
Grew up in the slums of Detroit. Mother didn't have a third degree. Didn't
Bro.
have a third.
I know I made fun of, like, I just said Eminem there, but you can look at him as well, man.
But Ben Carson's mom, there's black, single mother, didn't have a third grade education, forced her kids to read 2 books a day because she wanted them to have the things she didn't.
Exactly.
And now he's a neuroscientist.
Yes.
And in the government and getting paid very well. It's not racist. It's all about based on what you can do for me and how hard you're gonna work.
Yes.
That's all it is.
And that's like comes down to that different perspectives thing. I really think perspectives are everything, man. Like, because even if they're stuck in that shitty situation, like, and like these people they live their jobs and like they hate their jobs and they're like, oh, I can't catch a break, man. I gotta do this Monday morning. Fuck. Like, I just don't understand, like, how many more Mondays you got? You know what I mean? Like, to get really fucking deep here, like, we made up Mondays. You know what I mean? Mondays weren't like you're born and like you didn't know what a fucking Monday was.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like everybody's like, oh, thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. And they're busy complaining about, fuck, it's Monday. Thank God it's Friday. Or like they're complaining why they're stuck in this situation. Oh, fuck, man, I can't catch a break. All this shit's going on. Then it takes away that time while they're thinking about that, while they can be thinking about how to either get out of that situation and make that situation better for themselves while they're thinking about complaining where they should be thinking about better themselves. Boom, bitch.
Absolutely.
Fuck. Sorry.
And you know what? Work hard and good things will happen to you.
Opportunities will come, man. Consistency.
There is a person of your ethnicity in the position you want to be in. So
Somebody's always got it worse, man.
Exactly.
Somebody's
Don't take
always
the
got it
color
worse.
of your skin as a reason why you can't do something.
No.
Because there's someone with the color of your skin doing the thing you want
There
to
was
do.
a black president.
Exactly. Did he suck? Yes, but he made it twice, so there's hope. But it's just, yes, I am white, but that doesn't mean that you can't think of it logically. It's not a racist country. The doors are there for you. You just have to knock and push them over.
And if the door doesn't open you, make your own fucking door.
Exactly. Make a podcast.
Right.
But you want to take a picture for your shit?
Oh, yeah.
And I'll plug away because we're running about an hour and a half now. Okay, you can follow us on Twitter at Spirit_podcast. YouTube, we are the Spirit Podcast. I think we're like the 3rd one now. Again, we went down.
Follow me on Instagram.
Yes, follow the Instagram. The Instagram Chris is in charge of is Spirit Radio Podcast, and you can email us at spiritradiopodcast@gmail.com.
I get notifications because I put the notification on whenever we post up a YouTube channel, so I got the YouTube update. And I just I always look for like memes on my camera roll, like, because I don't want to just post like a boring like logo and like episode 11 up. Like I posted a picture of Bush beer today.
You did?
Yeah, and I was
see
like,
that.
this episode has nothing to do with beer, but episode's 11 up. So yeah.
I didn't see. I was gonna tell you that it was up, but I figured you were on.
Yeah, no, I see it.
On the. Oh, you did.
Yeah, like read the caption.
This episode.
I didn't know
5 likes. That's amazing. I like the pony one. That was good. But yeah, guys, go ahead and follow us, like us, subscribe. We have no plans on stopping, even if it just reaches our friends because they like it. So.
I look forward to it.
I do.
It's a
Dude,
fun
when we don't do it on Tuesdays,
Yeah,
it's
man.
like, fuck, I gotta make it till Thursday. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.
If you made it this far, comment below the word pineapple.
and
There
we
you
will
go.
know.
There you go. If you make it this far, and don't fast forward to the end. That's Bush League, guys. See ya.
See you.